Dar al-Shifa. Eintrag zu das leblose Dar al-Shifa zum Handbuch hinzugefügt. Das ist ja ein Titel, ey. Ja, natürlich gibt es die Söldner, also so leblos ist es nicht mehr. Ach, komm!
Truth hurts. Propagate. Nowhere to run. I'll keep this close.
Oh, is this the place? It's in terrible shape, and there's sand everywhere.
Empty and forgotten.
Monsters, watch
Ach,
out!
Mann. Also, ob das den Dialog abbricht. Schade.
Spring forth.
Kann ich mal Sino zeigen?
Through me, justice is served. Their penance is due.
Der macht nämlich ziemlich Spaß.
Guilty. Futile. Scatter. Confess. Surrender. Bring it on. Terminate. Your sins weigh upon your soul. They stand condemned. Guilty.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected.
Ja. Was für eine Art Gegner hast du denn erwartet, Paimon?
Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky? Or, you know, something like that.
Ist das ein bisschen Foreshadowing für Gegner, die noch in Zukunft kommen? Ein Dendro-Rätsel.
He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A-game too.
This is the one.
Ah, so eine Dendro-Vision. Sieh an, so einfach kommen wir da rein.
Let's go in and take a look.
Wieso durchsucht das verlassene Krankenhaus gewissenhaft? Also jemand hat sich die Mühe gemacht, das zu versiegeln.
We haven't found squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then.
Bis dahin könnten wir jede Ritze hier untersuchen.
I'm taking a break.
Ah, okay, das geht auch.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read? What are you reading? Let Paimon see.
Das ist wahrscheinlich seine Notizen, ne?
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh? When free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
Ist das Newtons zweites Gesetz von der Trägheit?
So, you got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya.
Interessant.
How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this.
Vielleicht sollte ich dir das Lesen und Schreiben beibringen, Paimon.
Hey, Paimon's your Tibet guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already.
Aber scheinbar nicht die Basisgesetze der Physik.
And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated.
Ist ja gut, Paimon. Ist ganz toll, ganz brav. Und so bricht auch schon die Nacht herein.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
Weil ich jetzt so vorher schlafen sollen.
What was that sound?
Das sind die Geräusche.
There it is. It's coming from that direction.
Ah, warum nur nachts? Ich meine, soll ich das erste Mal so Geister sehen, aber irgendwie glaube ich gerade noch nicht dran, dass wir wirklich Geister finden.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
Ist das eine Falltür? Die hätte man auch schon mal so vorher untersuchen können.
It's from below.
Ah, natürlich, im verlassenen Krankenhaus erstmal noch in den Keller hinabsteigen, die Katakomben. Weil jetzt erfüllen wir wirklich jedes Klischee von einem
There's no way
Horrorszenario.
we can get down there.
Something is off about the interior here.
Was eine Atmosphäre, ey. Weitere von diesen Siegeln.
As I thought, there's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one.
Also ich raten, hier gab es dubiose Experimente an den leidenden Kranken.
Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Ja. Jetzt bin ich wieder hier. Na gut, kann ich erstmal den Platz ein bisschen looten. Was haben wir da oben drauf? Nichts. Ist das noch abgesperrt? Ah,
I see everything.
Nowhere to run! Propagate!
ah, das ist das, was wir machen sollen.
Here!
Da geht's noch runter. Ah, ich glaube, da war ich in der Vergangenheit schon mal, um diese komischen Käfer zu sammeln fürs Sino. Schlechte, keine guten Erinnerungen. Die Käfer zu sammeln ist ein Pain. Ein absoluter Pain in the Ass.
Propagate!
Ups.
Futile! Here! Nowhere to run! Cyclone! Scatter! Through me, justice is served. You stand condemned. Your penance is due.
Ah, Sino macht Spaß.
Propagate.
So, was haben wir jetzt gemacht? Ach, das waren die 3 Türen dann unten, ne? Die Fässer da machen mir Angst. So. Das gefällt mir schon besser. Ein Schlüssel. Ne, den haben wir noch nicht. Als ob dieser brüchige Nachttisch uns aufhalten könnte ohne Schlüssel. Naja. Eilmitteilung. Patient Abbas, männlich 23 Jahre alt, hat ein Muttermal an der linken Schädelseite, ist linkshändig. Da der Krankheitszustand weiterhin überaus ernst ist, schwebt in akuter Todesgefahr. Heißt nicht Lebensgefahr? Naja. Ohne die Behandlung durch einen Spezialisten ist das Leben dieses Patienten, sobald dies entdeckt wird, muss sofort eine Benachrichtigung erfolgen. Du darfst die Hoffnung nicht aufgeben und musst optimistisch bleiben. Wisse, dass alles unter dem Blick der Götter steht und gib auf keinen Fall auf. Aufgrund des hohen Alters der Dokumente und des damit einhergehenden schlechten Zustands ist der restliche Text nicht mehr entzifferbar. Mahlzeiten dieser Woche. Ernähre dich gut, mache regelmäßige Ruhepause und bleibe bei guter Stimmung. Montag, Minzbohnensucht für Tachin, glaube ich. Mittagessen. Curry Garnelen Pani Puri, Abendessen. Dienstag, Salat, Biryani, Mittagessen. Fisch in Milchsoße, Kartoffelbrot. Brot? Die meinen wahrscheinlich Kartoffelbrot, oder? Zum Abendessen. Mittwoch, Shakshuka, Bohnenreiskuchen, Mittagessen. Der Rest ist leer. Der Rest der Woche wird gedarbt. Pickt. Der Anfang klang auch wie so eine Mitteilung, so eine Propagandamitteilung aus einem Vault. Schichten diese Woche. In einer Notfallsituation bitte sofort am jeweiligen Tag diensthabenden Arzt verständigen. Montag Ibrahim. Dienstag zensiert. Mittwoch Amudi. Der Rest ist leer. Hat ja einem Mittwoch oder nach einem Mittwoch alles aufgehört, aber warum haben die keine Pläne mehr gemacht? Alte Vase. So, jetzt stehe ich auf dem Brett, auf dem Regal. Ich wollte mir die anschauen. Du blickst in den Flaschenhals hinein. Okay, das passt ja sogar gerade ziemlich gut vom Bild her. In der Flasche scheint noch ein schwarzer Stängel zu sein. In die Flasche wurden damals wohl Blumen gesteckt. Die Worte für Arvin wurde in den Flaschenboden eingebrannt. Sie diente wohl als Geschenk für eine Person namens Arvin. Ja, Detective Sherlock.
Look, there's someone over there.
So, besser mal vorsichtig, ja.
Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
Wait,
Das ist einer von den Dorfwächtern, ne?
you're...
Ist das der Großvater? Das klingt irgendwie nicht mehr nach Geheule. Das klingt nach jemand, der sich verwandelt.
Can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
Wie konnte das dann mit ihm passieren? Sag nicht, dass die nicht genug Verrückte haben und jetzt auch noch Leute quasi fabrizieren.
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him.
Das sieht... Ist das getrocknetes Blut?
There are drag marks on the ground.
Einfach nur Dreck.
They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Loaded with people?
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner. The symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Der Anführer von Al-Achma, ne? Der mit der Gotteswissenskapsel Dings da in Verbindung geraten ist. Wird dann der hier auch gleich verrückt und schlägt um sich?
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto King Deshret's followers.
Ja, denn Candace hätte es ja niemals zugelassen, dass die verschleppt werden, deportiert werden. Ach du mein... jedes der Unterfangen von der Akademie, das wir aufdecken, scheint noch verachtenswerter zu sein als das letzte.
Life for the desert dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current circumstances.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too. But there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
Ja, das haben sie ja schon seit langer Zeit gemacht. Und damals hatten sie keine Verwendung für sie. Und jetzt haben sich die Dinge geändert. Und sie nehmen zurück, was sie als ihr Eigentum betrachten.
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Und wer in so einer harschen Umgebung wie in der Wüste hier vermisst wird, von dem kann man ziemlich schnell ausgehen innerhalb kürzester Zeit, dass er auch nicht wieder gefunden werden wird.
Resource? For what exactly?
One possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted? You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night, when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Hyman doesn't want to think about this.
Ihr könnt doch wirklich in einer Nervenheilanstalt aus dem späten 18. Jahrhundert hier sein, ne? Späten 19. Jahrhundert. So, The Evil Within Flair hier. Woher weißt du von dieser Technik?
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway, judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Hyman's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
Nein, Die meisten dieser wahnsinnig gewordenen Gelehrten waren bald mit dieser göttlichen Erkenntnis verbunden, in diesem Endstadium. Und das ist, was die Akademie will. Diese Verbindung zum Erbe von Rukkhadevada, ne? Man kann sogar sagen, dieses Wissen hat mit dem Fatui do Toro und Scaramouche zu tun. Sie nutzen es, um Scaramouche in einen Gott zu verwandeln.
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
Die Akademie braucht Leute, die mit der göttlichen Erkenntnis in Berührung gekommen sind.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge?
Das, was einen Archon vielleicht unterscheidet von den Menschen. Aber Scaramouche ist ja kein einfacher Mensch, der ist ja eine Puppe. Und zwar eine von göttlicher Hand erschaffene Puppe, also.
The academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge. But what is their ultimate goal? I've spent quite some time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like my way of thinking is too different from theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the academia may as well shut its doors.
Sounds like you're really against all this.
Of course. The academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait, didn't you
Ob es so
step
einfach
into
ist,
help because you felt
wie ein
sympathy for
Tippfehler
those poor
auszubessern.
people?
Not to be callous, but no. My criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
Ja, das wäre ideal, ne? Aber das ist natürlich nicht realistisch.
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
Also seine Absichten sind spezieller und persönlicher.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want.
Er hasst nur, dass die ganze Welt, die er kennt, ne, sein Heimatland und seine Akademie, eine Richtung einschlägt, die jenseits von Gut und Böse ist.
The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Er lehnt jetzt eure Gerechtigkeit und Verantwortung ab, aber er kennt die Logik von extrem individuellen Handlungen an. So eine Person ist echt gut als Kamerad geeignet. Mehr dazu in der nächsten Version von Genshin Impact.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
Definitiv ein Weirdo.
You're probably right.
Ebenso auf wie Sino, könnte man sagen.
Though I must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
Definitiv.
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that.
Also, was machen wir dann mit ihm?
He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us. We'll work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
Wir müssen auf jeden Fall die anderen einweihen, dass... Okay, gut. Ich schätze, es gibt aktuell keine weiteren Dorfwächter, die beschützt werden können. Aber auf jeden Fall sollte Candice und so davon wissen.
We're back!
Ach, der Junge ist auch wieder da.
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
Ach, die Candice ist immer so
What's the
herzensgut.
situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the people we're trying to find.
Ihr erzählt allen, was ihr in dem verlassenen Krankenhaus erfahren habt und die Schlüsse, zu denen ihr gekommen seid.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the Academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, they fled once we were headed to the village, almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
Die müssen ein sehr ausgeklügeltes Informationsnetzwerk haben. Das wir uns gar nicht vorstellen können. Kusanali war ja in der Lage, unser Zielort, diesen Außenposten von der Akademie da, ich habe den Namen vergessen, wo sich Netanaris Untergebene aufgehalten hat, festzustellen anhand unserer Präsenz, die mit der Dendro-Kraft ja verbunden ist, ob die das Gleiche tun können, jetzt wo sie ja so strikte Kontrolle über Kusanali haben.
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the Academia.
Das bezweifle ich.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue.
Alle Item natürlich mal wieder 10 steps ahead.
Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Haben sie ein besonderes Auge auf Sino, weil er ihnen gefährlich werden kann.
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is, Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
Stimmt, er hat sich nicht gerade hier vertrauensweckend gezeigt.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the Academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The Academia is monitoring me?
It's not that simple. The Academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Yagarbaha Day. On this day, the Academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules.
Das ist wieder ein Name, den ich nicht aussprechen kann. Nyagarba?
I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're saying that the Academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation.
Berechnen jeden seiner Schritte.
The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The Academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable and mindlessly go after anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
Und wie morallos und verräterisch die ganze Akademie ist in ihrem Kern.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
Das stimmt.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now! If the academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place would be...
Der Ort, an dem Sino gerade erst war.
Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
Paimon, du wirst immer schlauer. Muss zugeben, das hatte ich jetzt gerade nicht erwartet.
I must go.
Ich hätte es gedacht, der sicherste Ort für die wäre immer noch der Ort, an dem keiner von uns Befugnis hat, zuzutreten. Der Ex-Mahamatra natürlich nicht, ein Alheiter nicht und wir es recht nicht, nämlich das Zentrum, das quasi Heiligtum der Akademie.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go too!
Nein, nein, nein und nochmals nein.
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
Herr Candice, als ob die zulässt, dass dieses Spike mit uns kommt.
I want to find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Nein, also wir nehmen kein
Everyone?
Kind mit.
I leave him in your hands.
Was? Ich weigere mich, Veto. Was soll das? Ah,
Let's go! Remember to pack some food with you!
leck
Paimon
mich.
feels like we're missing someone, though.
Ist Paimon vermisst jemanden?
I'll be awaiting your good news.
Ja, hoffentlich. Dorfversteher?
Please, stay safe, everyone.
Ihr auch, ihr auch.